Hello, friends. Can you hear me? Hello, hello, hello. Can you guys hear me? Getting a few smattering of messages, so hopefully you guys can hear me. Getting ready to start high limit opening ceremonies at Eagle. If you guys have got the broadcast tuned up, I see some people that are in the chat here are actually at the racetrack, so that's pretty cool. Should probably go see how we did in qualifying. I saw Buddy Kofoid was fastest in the first group. Let's go see. It looks packed at Eagle. Looks like there is a boatload of people there. All right, Buddy Kofoid fast in Group A. Anthony Macri fast in Group B. 11.3 and 11.4. Let's see, Larson P7, Tim's P6 in Group 1. Who else we got? Corey Day P11 in Group B. 40 cars total. Just finished up the national anthem. We haven't done one of these in a while. I figured we should do one. Figured I could do a little watch party action, maybe work on my website a little bit while we're hanging out here. Where are you guys watching from? Everybody drop in the chat. Let me know where you're watching from. Heat race 1. Michael Buddy Kofoid on the pole. Randall McCarl, Larson, Hafer, Swanson, Selzy, Bacon, Adam Gillian, and Frank Rogers. Kevin Swindell, the Swindell Speed Lab team is not there. They tweeted about Kevin having some health issues, which is not uncommon for people that have the, that are paralyzed like he is. Body functions, I think, can be difficult at times. I know that they were doing some stem cell therapy for him for a little bit. So I think there's been some issues here lately. And I think sometimes he's kind of battled through and sometimes they need to kind of deal with it. And I think right now they're going to deal with it. But they said they'd be back at the next race. Well, if you're watching right now and you want to get in the chat, make sure you're subscribed to the channel. That's like kind of the only rule I have for the chat is I'd like to have our subscriber people in there. All right, getting ready to fire them off. Sheldon is not running tonight. Looks like Gio and I think Robbie Price are the two outlaw drivers who are in the field. Because Casey's not technically full-time anymore. What do we think of this announcing crew right now we've got with Bachhoven and Dylan Welch? Oh, let's see. Hi, Don from Phoenix, Arizona. Don, do you shoot photos anymore? Let's see. Thoughts on Sheldon's season so far and his future? His season has been ridiculously up and down. We've seen some good nights and some not so good nights. But that's what you're going to get with Sheldon. If you want to compete for a championship, you have to be consistent and you have to find ways to get good finishes on nights where your car is not as good. And Sheldon is not great about that. If you're watching right now, make sure to hit that like button. All righty, looks like we're getting ready to go green. That place is super banked. I don't remember watching races here. I very vaguely remember that night that Larson was here with Stenhouse. If you guys are unaware of my setup, if you see me looking around all over the place, I have all these monitors. I've got a monitor here, I've got a monitor here, and then I normally have my laptop on this side, but I didn't want to be turned this way watching the race, so I moved the laptop on this side so I can kind of face the camera. Kofoid early lead. Larson trying to move forward. Larson to second around Chase Randall. Looks like Buddy's getting away. I'm not enjoying the smoke from Canada. We've had air quality alerts here all day. I love these guys like Kofoid and Timms that are like running Indiana Midget Week, and then they came to Eagle to run high limit just so they can go back to Indiana Midget Week. Buddy is gone. Am I going to Eldora for the million? Probably not. My buddy lapping people. Looks like it's pretty hammered down right now. Are there any tracks I want to go to this year? Yeah, I would love to go to all the tracks this year. I'd love to go to the Knoxville Nationals and Eldora and everywhere in between. I'd love to be at the Dirt Late Model Dream this week. But life gets in the way. So Kofoid and Larson to the dash. I kind of thought we would have the announcement from, or I was told that we would have an announcement about the future of Eagle Chassis. It's interesting that they're interviewing Chase Rendell here because he used to have EMI on the wing, but he does not have it anymore. Any chance that I'm coming to Texas anytime this year? Probably not. I did have a couple of questions today about Justin Peck in my comments on today's video. The last I heard is that he's not cleared from doctors to return. He does have a concussion, or did have a concussion, after the Bridgeport crash, and they have not cleared him to return to racing yet, which is why we haven't seen him. If you guys are watching right now, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you don't already. All right, Zoom and Brent Marks on the front row of Heat 2. Tim's Buback, Robbie Price, Matt Jewell, Tim Essenson, Ayrton Jeniton, Don Dowd, Riley Kreisel. Yeah, I was told that they are starting up on their own, that they had a space, that Eagle Chassis was starting to do repairs, and then they were getting ready to do production. And I was told there would be an announcement sometime this week, but it looks like, I don't know that that's happened yet. Is everybody just picking Larson to win this thing? Methanol Warrior says, I wish I could hear you, but I'm at Eagle. Yeah, I don't blame you. I get it. I feel like this track, he like handpicked this racetrack to be on the schedule, so it's like it's hard to pick against Larson. Looks like Estenson in a little trouble here, trying to get it rolling out. Brad Sweet is on the case. I felt like Estenson was like a little bit of a weapon last week when the Outlaws were up north. Oh, it's a safety issue for Estenson. What did we think about the dice roll situation last week where they just kind of let Larson roll again? Are we okay with that? Were we not okay with that? I didn't talk about that when we talked about the heat race stuff. But I figured there were probably some opinions about about the way the dice roll went last week. Getting ready to go green here. Here we go. I'm sure I'm probably delayed, so if I sound like an idiot while you guys are watching this, it's probably because of the delay of the stream. Zomer to the lead. I was at World Finals when Zomer won his World of Outlaws race. I have a picture of him somewhere getting interviewed by Blake Anderson. Jeniton slowed to a stop. William says Larson should start scratch every week. Flow racing is buffering. Is anybody else's flow buffering? Or is that just me? Did flow just die? Well, what's happening right now? I feel like this is like the tech support thing. All good here. I have spinny wheel. Did you guys see the choose cone is going to be used at the Eldora Million? What do we think about that? Is the choose cone going to be everywhere in dirt racing now? If you are for the choose cone, just write choose in the chat right now. Choose cone for life. Wow, a lot of choose fans. Okay, I see you. I kind of agree with you, though. I like the choose cone, too. All the choose fans. Come on, Flow Racing. Might have to put it on the big computer here in a minute. Laptop. Oh, there we go. Wait, we're back. I got it. We're still buffering, though. Are they going to run a dash? I think so. I'd have to put this on the big computer. Man, big buffering. All right, that's enough. We're putting it on the big computer. Can you guys hear the Flow Racing broadcast on my microphone right now? Since I'm on the big computer. Hopefully you can't. I don't need Michael Rigsby mad at me because I broadcast the race for free to everybody on YouTube. Okay, good. Hi, Ryan. Thanks for watching. All right, heat race number 3. Man, that's a full parking lot, boy. What's wrong, Dennis? You don't like my elevator music? I like it. Tim's does look ace 14. He's got not a great year in the sprint car. He's done okay in the midget, but not been as good in the sprint car this year as he was last year. Macri, Rico front row. Reitzel, Zeb, Brian Brown, Corey Day, Carson McCarl, Blake Hahn, Riley Goodnote, Cody Ledger. I like my elevator lounge music. Who's going to win midget week? Well, if Buddy keeps racing, I think it's probably Buddy. If he doesn't, probably Jacob Denny with the way he's going right now. Is the music too loud? I could turn the music down. I like the background music. I posted that pit walk video from World Finals last year, and I did the sprint car version. The sprint car version had the music, and people freaked out. It was just very, very low at the bottom of the video. I didn't even take the Nat sound out. The Nat sound was still there. Just add a little bit of music. And half the complaints in there were about the music, which blew me away. Add a little bit of music to try to zhuzh it up a little bit, and everybody gets mad. I would say that you will not see Buddy in a Chevy truck as long as he's in the Toyota program. Here we go. Hopefully this track starts to widen out a little bit. We get some good racing later on. By the way, I haven't really talked about this yet, but we do have some new merch in the works. Some new hats, maybe some new shirts, maybe some new decals. Stay tuned for that. Macri to the lead. Rico trying to catch him. Just not quite enough to get that top side rolling just yet. You ever see the kids that, or the guys that run the drones where they wear the goggles and they like just sit in a chair? That would make me nauseous. Whoa, Ryan, thanks, man. Appreciate it. Scott wants to know if I'm a late model or a sprint car guy. I'm an everything guy. I'm a sprint car guy, late model guy, a midget guy, Formula One guy, IndyCar guy, drag racing guy. I like it all. Looks like Macri is gone here. I did not see him crash it into a tree. That's what I would do. I would crash it into things. That would happen to me. So Macri and Rico to the dash. If you're in here right now, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. It's free. Subscribing to the channel is free. I feel like there's some people in the audience that don't know that subscribing to the channel is free, but it is free. It's always free. It will always be free. Yeah, there doesn't seem to be a ton of passing right now in the heats, but that's not uncommon for these tracks. They got to kind of have them wet early in the night for them to be better later on. I'm kind of surprised we don't see Reitzel race around a little bit more. Kind of thought we would see him more Outlaws All-Stars type stuff. Heat race number 4. Knoxville is his ATM. Yeah, him and Brownie. It's Cole Macedo. Macedo, Sunshine front row, Dietrich, Eliason, Jack Dover, Lachlan McHugh, Casey Kane, Caleb Johnson, Tyler Drucke, and Jason Martin. I like Lachlan McHugh, man. He's been pretty good these last couple of weeks as he's come over here. He's one I would definitely keep an eye on. Buck Murphy, thank you for the $5, man. Much appreciated. Somebody said they should test his cage, 5JR Racing. Yee. Tough on Reitzel there, guys. So I don't know if you guys get in the analytics section much. If you don't, you should, because it's awesome. dirttracker.com/analytics. A lot of stuff in there available for free. But if you get into the all-star section of the website on the analytics part, if you scroll down into race results, you'll notice that there's like a whole bunch of winners, and then there's a point where the winners stop. And the reason the winners stop is because when I was adding the Extreme Series, like whatever, a month or 2 months ago, I accidentally deleted the feature result table. The entire table, all the feature results for the All-Stars, all gone. So I've been slowly going back through and adding those feature results back in. So as soon as I have all of that stuff back in, you'll be able to see all of the full complement of All-Star stats. But yeah, I screwed that up. All right, getting ready to go green here. Heat race number 4. If you're not following along at home. Yes, I do the analytics section. This entire project is just me. Like I have no help. The only help I have is my mom helps me with the data entry for the streaming schedule. That's it. Everything else is me. Ooh, Sunshine to the lead around Macedo. Is that a widespread panic hat you wear sometimes? I don't think so. I don't know which hat you're referring to. This is a Sprint Car Hub hat that I'm wearing right now. You should check out that YouTube channel if you haven't watched it before. McHugh got the final transfer spot. Casey got to get going here. Looks like Sunshine getting away here. Doesn't look like Eliason will get there. I talked about this on the Daily Show today. Do you guys think that Dietrich running that gas car is helping Noah with the outlaw stuff? It seems like Noah Gas went to Husitz on Sunday, finished second behind Chase Randall, which obviously that's not an outlaw field, but still, second's pretty good at Husitz. And he's been pretty decent features here lately with the Outlaws. I wonder if having Dietrich around that team is helping those guys out. Jonathan asks if Sunshine's going to go outlaw racing next year. Well, the word was that he was supposed to go outlaw racing this year. But supposedly, from what I heard, that they didn't have quite enough engines to make that work. So they figured they would stick around and do another year of all-star racing. But I would assume, especially if he wins the championship again, I don't know what there is left for him to do with the All-Stars. Ryan says, who do you think will have the better championship points battle from here on out, the Outlaws or the All-Stars? I definitely think the Outlaws championship battle is going to be better. I think the only team that can really challenge Sunshine is probably Zeb and Rudine. And if you remember, the All-Star points is not driver points. The championship is decided by the owner championship. And so Rudine is still in the fight because they had PPM in the car those couple of nights that Zeb was out with the concussion. But Zeb has got to get hot if he's got to really, challenge Sunshine, because Courtney's going to finish top 5, top 10 every single night if he's not winning. Danny says the Dietrich High Limit car is gas equipment, but it's being prepared by Zach Dahm at his shop and brought to the track by Zach. That's interesting. I did not know that. So I wonder if there's any information being shared there. But you got to think that the gas guys are there, right? I mean, they're going to be around anyway with, the outlaw shows and stuff. Commercial break on flow. Danny says they are at the track. Well, hopefully they're at the track and learning some stuff, because that would be super helpful for those guys. Clippo says, do the Outlaws have consistently higher purses than the All-Stars? They do. He says, I never understood why the Outlaws get all the fandom, honestly. A standard All-Star show is $6,000 a win. A standard Outlaw show is $10,000 a win. And the All-Stars have a lot of races that pay more than $6,000 a win. But the Outlaw bonus program is better than the All-Star bonus program is. And the regular purse money is better. And the points payout is a lot more. But again, the All-Stars is kind of supposed to be more of a regional series. The All-Stars is not a national series like the Outlaws are. It's become a little bit more national with Tony kind of taking over, but the All-Stars was never really meant to be a full-on national touring series like the Outlaws is. If Larson and the 57 should win the million, do you think that's well received by fans, or does it become unpopular? I don't know. It used to seem like, and I don't know if this is still true, but for a while, if you had Larson content, especially during 2020, 2021, when he was doing a lot of dirt racing, if you did Larson content, it was going to get a lot of views, a lot of watches, whatever. And that's not necessarily the case anymore. And I don't know if we just don't care as much about Larson when he runs dirt. I'm not sure. That's a question that I don't really have the answer for. So getting ready for the dash draw. Buddy Kofoid first on the stage. Red Frog says, is TRD ever going to stop funding these drivers in the USAC Midget Series who have no business behind the wheel of a race car? Who are they funding in a USAC Midget that doesn't have any business behind the wheel of a race car? Buddy Kofoid rolling from fourth. The Concrete Kid, P3. So Jonathan mentions Taylor here. And I think the thing you have to understand about Keith Kunz is not everybody that runs a Keith Kunz midget is Toyota backed. A lot of those kids are paying to be in those cars. Families paying to be in those cars. So just because they're in a Keith Kunz car does not mean they are in the Toyota program. Dusty with the 5. Wilner just going right after his over there. Says you go from being in B's to now you're in the dash. Zomer. Next up, Sunshine. Who is a TRD driver? Taylor is a TRD driver? Would the High Limit Series be more successful if drivers other than Larson win? I do not know the answer to that. That's kind of been the criticism of High Limit, was that this was going to be a chance for the rich to get richer, and that's kind of what we've seen. We talked on the Daily Show today about, guys falling off, and we had guys fall off last week. So it's not, it's not necessarily been a place for these guys to come make money that don't normally make money. What did Rico pick? P2. Rico says we're going to see a lot of line changes in the feature today with the way the track looks right now. Hopefully we get a couple of lines developing here. We'll actually see some passing in this thing. Brent Marks on the pole for the dash. Alrighty, this should be an entertaining dash. Cole gets the 6. I think Marks, that's what like somebody kind of mentioned this to me with Marks and some of these guys. Like, I almost feel like they're struggling maybe a little bit with the tire, which surprises me a little bit because it seems like some guys are really going well on the tire. But I wonder if Marks is a guy that's maybe struggled a little bit on the new Sprint Car tire this year. Maybe they haven't quite got a handle on the setup just yet. What do we think about the Marks Macri thing last week at Plymouth? Thanks for joining the show here, Russ. Everybody's saying they love it. I like it. I feel like that's something we don't have a lot of in sprint car racing. I feel like that's something we don't have a lot of in dirt racing, period. We don't really have like really good rivalries like between like two guys, you know what I mean? I kind of hope the this Marks Macri thing kind of continues to blossom a little bit. I think it'd make things a lot more fun. If you're watching right now, make sure to hit that like button. It looks like this. Subscribe to the channel if you do not. You can get merch at shop.dirttracker.com. I've got sprint car stickers. I've got late model stickers. I've got logo stickers. And then there's hats and shirts and stuff over there too. Shop.dirttracker.com. If you're in the US, shipping is free. I will ship also to Canada and Australia. And I think New Zealand's on there too. But you have to pay for shipping because it's kind of expensive over there. More ads on Flow Racing while we wait. The other thing you can do if you want to support what I'm doing here, besides liking, subscribing to the channel, we got merch. You can become a channel member. A couple bucks a month on the YouTube channel here. It gets you a discount on merch all the time. It gets you extra stuff like special icons to use in the chat. There's all kind of extra benefits for being a channel member if you want to do that. You can also sign up for Dirt Tracker Plus. $4.99 a month or $49.99 a year gets you access to a ton of extra stat and analytics tools over at dirttracker.com. If you buy a year of Dirt Tracker Plus, it's actually 2 months free. And so, like, if you paid for 12 months on the month-to-month basis, it'll actually give you 2 months free. I very rarely actually watch a race program live. I normally just watch things the next day on the on-demand because then you can skip through all the breaks and cautions and things like that. So it's kind of strange like sitting here watching this race because I don't normally do this live. If you had to go one on Friday, which would it be? Outlaws at Knoxville or Midget Week at Bloomington? Oof. That's a tough one. I don't know about that one. Ryan says, how many outfit changes in a day? Different setup from the daily video. So, like, I get out of bed in the morning and I just put a shirt on and I come upstairs and I work until the show comes out. So sometimes that's 2 hours, sometimes that's 4 hours, whatever. And then once the show's out by noon or 1 o'clock, then I kind of get on with the rest of my day and you know, do the rest of things. So it's like, since you saw me on the Daily Show earlier today, I've showered and like done other things, which is why I wear different clothes. Ryan wants to know if I have any surprise winner predictions for the rest of Indiana Midget Week. I kind of don't. I'm surprised, though, about Justin Grant this year. I feel like he hasn't done anything so far. There could be some new hats coming. Clippo asks about hats. Dave says, just started listening to your channel. Your daily updates are perfect. Thank you. You just said what I was going to ask. Perfect. Welcome. Waiting for the dash. Back on flow here, away from the ads. Hi, Nick. Thanks for joining in. If you haven't said hi in the chat yet, feel free to jump in, say hi. Yeah, that place is packed tonight. There are all kinds of people packed in there at Eagle. I saw somebody said the Short Track Super Series feature was starting. Is anybody watching that one? I'm going to jump over and see what's happening over there. Oh, this modified feature is like about over. 10 to go. Payne is leading the modified feature. Payne, Costa, Johnson, Shepard, Williamson, your top 5. Little Tuesday night big block action. Running the sale panels tonight. That racetrack is real shiny. I don't know if it's the lights or what it is. Seven to go. The follow the leader track. I love how some of the modified guys like run street glow and like put lights on their on the tops of their cars. Dave wants to know if I iRace. I do iRace sometimes. I have a full rig, like if you're looking right now, so like where my camera is, just on the other side of my camera is my sim rig. My camera is actually mounted to my sim rig. But I haven't raced much lately. When I do race, though, normally on iRacing, it's usually a lot of road racing stuff. Pushing off for the dash. Well, hopefully they're able to get enough laps in with the dash and the B to get this thing to widen out a little bit. I know they said the feature is 40 laps. Clippo says the new Dirt Late Model update on iRacing is interesting. I haven't seen it. I was watching a video today to see what some of the new updates this week were, or this season were, but I haven't jumped in and played. Matt Shepard up to P3 with 4 to go. I do not play the World of Outlaws video game. Two to go in the mod feature. Ooh, we got one way off the track. You thought there wasn't any cards where to? Oh no, I'm talking. The modifieds I'm talking about is the super, or is the short track super series. I'm not talking about modifieds at Eagle. I'm talking about modifieds at where are they? Outlaw Motor Speed or Outlaw Speedway. Not modifieds at Eagle. Dash is green for the sprint cars. Rico to the lead. Rico marks Macri, Kofoid your top 4 in the dash. Kofoid trying to make something happen with Macri. Larson on the move, too. Larson up to 5th. Whoa, Kofoid way over the curb. Oh, we got a yellow in the dash. Uh-oh, Sunshine with trouble. Not ideal for Sunshine. I don't know if they're going to give Kofoid that spot back. They might revert back to timing and scoring from the lap before. All right, 3 to go. So Sunshine out. He'll start 8th in the feature. That promotes Macedo because he was in the back. Larson going after Buddy. Oh, we got tied on the bottom. Rico gone. So Rico and Brent will get to do the dice roll. We'll see if anybody actually takes it. I don't think anybody will take the dice roll either. I like the idea of the dice roll, but it's just not a big enough motivation to do it. Yeah, you know Rico running an extra lap this week. He's not messing around anymore. He's not taking that chance again. Rolling the B-main out. They're moving right along here. Brian Brown in the B. Can he come through the field and be a hard charger again? Oh, there's like... Never mind. Payne lost it on the last lap. I clicked over to watch the dash. Costa wins. Okay. First short track Super Series win. I love it. All right. Haverteep, Brown, Bacon, Dover, Jewel, Goodnow, Swanson, Casey Kane, Tim Estenson, Blake Hahn, Ayrton Jennerton, Caleb Johnson. Oof. 20 car B main. Wonder why they're just jamming everybody into a B main instead of running a C. It's like they changed the format. Because like the first night or two, they did the non-qualifier deal. Then they ran a C and a B. But I mean, a 12-lap, 20-car B main is kind of brutal. Jamie says, Macri and Mark staying in the Midwest through High Bank Nationals or going back to PA. I would think that they'll stay in the Midwest. I mean, you've got Knoxville this week, so it's a good chance to get it on the track at Knoxville. So I don't know why you would, you know, you're not running for points. There's more money out on the road, so I don't see any reason why they would go back to PA. Maybe they will, but yeah, Reese says they're staying in the Midwest. Do we ever have sprint car events that run 2 B mains? I feel like that's such a late model thing to do, to run multiple B mains. Does ASCS run 2 Bs? I should look. I have all the race results in my database. I don't think so. I don't know that ASCS does that. Oh, maybe, yeah. Maybe the Hockett. Maybe like special events they do. Bacon Dover got the final 2 transfer spots right now. Yeah, Devin Borden has been running well in PA. Jake Swanson up to 6th. Ooh, that was close. Good knowing Swanson there. Sounds like Jake's going to be in that 55 sprint car for the rest of the high limits season. Maybe Bowman taking a bit of a step back from the sprint car stuff after he got injured. So now can Swanson get to Dover for the transfer? Haverteet, Brown, Bacon, Dover in the transfer spots right now. Swanson's there. Yeah, Jake he's done a nice job, at least in the non-wing stuff. I think it'll probably take a little bit of time for him to get his feet underneath him with the wing on, but he's been pretty good. Ooh, Bacon around Brownie for 2nd. Yeah. Jake trying to get there. Doesn't look like he's going to get it. Nope. So Haverteet, Bacon, Brown, Dover, your 4 B main transfers. That was entertaining, though. Ryan wants to know if Swanson will use a provisional. I don't know that he has a provisional. Because I would assume Bowman hasn't used one. But Swanson didn't use a provisional at Wayne County or at Tri-City, and he was in B mains both of those nights. So we're coming back to the dash roll after. Oh, wait, here we go. Oh, okay. Sunshine steering issues. Hey, Tim. If you guys are in the chat and you see the people like Tim or like Ryan where they've got the little tires next to their name, those guys are channel members. Certainly appreciate their added support of what I do. All right, so now we're going to commercial, and then we're going to come back to the dice roll that nobody will take. Ryan Showalter says that I can thank Don Leaper. I appreciate that. Dawn is like a Dirt Tracker OG. Some of her photos have been featured in the past at dirttracker.com. Here comes the dice roll. All right, Rico got both of them. He's going to throw them both. A 4. Is Rico moving back? Rico has taken the pull. He's not moving back to second for $4,000. Or second row for $4,000. Dave says I should say hello to Melanie Marie. Hi, Melanie Marie. Marks isn't going to do it either. Marks will be moving back literally one spot. Marks ain't doing it either. Wilner's turned into a salesman here trying to make something happen with these guys with the dice roll. So Right Soul could just win $10,000 now? We're just adding things to the dice roll to try to make something out of it. Brandon says he's going to bed. Good night, Brandon. Thank you for watching. Jay Peterman says, what do they need to do to make it too good to pass up? I don't know. Apparently $1,000 a spot is just not good enough. The only reason Larson did it last week is because he basically got guilted into doing it and got a second chance at the roll. So I don't know what it would take. Because the problem is you have to win. So it's like if you're going to move all the way back to 8th or 10th, like that's a lot of work to do in a field like that. Maybe if you got the $1,000 no matter what you did, even if you didn't win, if you were able to move forward, you'd get $1,000 a spot. Maybe that would change it. I'm not really sure. Yeah, I like the choose cone. I like a lot of the stuff that High Limit has done, but that ice roll just isn't doing nothing. Ryan says make it mandatory. If it was mandatory that the pole sitter had to move back, those guys would be like crashing into each other to not win the dash. Hi, Julian. Thanks for hopping on. Could you imagine? They force you to move back if you won the dash. Those guys would be on the brakes out of 4. Doing a little bit of track work here as we wait for the feature. What do we think about the dream this week? We haven't talked about the dream at all on this stream. I know I haven't really talked about the dream on the Daily Show either, but we certainly will. But what do we think is going to happen at the dream? Do we have win predictions here? I mean, is it going to be more of what we've seen, like more Overton, more Davenport? What do we think? At least we know they won't have sticks. That is true. No sticks at the dream. I agree. RTJ is on a roll right now. There is no doubt about that. Danny likes Marlar. I did see the Hunt the Front wrap. That does look pretty cool. Can Hudson win the dream? I feel like the Rocket House car has not been great at Eldora in a while. Would be a big thing if they were good. Yeah, the first 2 nights of the dream are, I think they're double prelim features each night. I think it's 2 10,000 win features each night, and then the big money on Saturday. We got spoiled there for a little bit with the double dreams and the double worlds, or we didn't have the 2 prelim nights. Okay, yeah, so Thursday and Friday are both twin 12,000 win features. And then 129,000 win on Saturday. Looks like we're getting cars rolling out right now for the feature. Hi, Dan. All right, right now, if you're in the chat before this feature starts, drop your win prediction for tonight. Just last name in the chat. Win prediction for this deal. Are we going Rico? Are we going Marks? Larson? What do we think? Thank you for watching every day, Stevie. All right, we got Macaroni, Macaroni, Larson, Macri, Buddy, Rico, Larson. A lot of Larsons. Ooh, we got people going Zomer. I love it. Zoom for 28 grand? We got a Wise. We got a double D. I mean, Brownie is starting deep enough. He could definitely take this this hard charger money again. And I think there's like extra money online tonight. There's like an extra $1,500 or $2,000 for the hard charger too. Yes, nobody has won a high limit show from the front row this year. Let me go look just to make sure. Can you guys hear my keyboard? I have this insane gaming keyboard that's mechanical. It's super loud. Yes, there is a year-long hard charger payout too. It's actually not angry typing though. It's just typing. All right, let's see. Win count per start position. So we've had 2 wins from 3rd, a win from 8th, and 2 wins from 9th in the 5 high limit races. This year, win count per start position. So 2 wins from 3rd, a win from 8th, and a win from 9th. If you're wondering where I'm getting these numbers from, I have this beautiful website, dirttracker.com/analytics, where I have all of this stuff, and I just recently added in the high limit series. So all of the high limit stats are available right here, dirttracker.com/analytics/high limit. Dan says I sound like a shill. Yeah, I know. I work really hard to sound like a shill. Thanks for the kind words, Ernest. Appreciate it, man. I wish I was a shill, though. I wish I was making money from all of the people who think I'm making money from them. I'm a World Racing Group shill. I'm a TRD shill. What else have I been accused of? A lot of shilling. Ryan doesn't know what a shill is. They're basically saying that, like, I just say stuff because people pay me to. I would be rich. Everybody assumes because I used to work at World Racing Group and I used to work for the World of Outlaws that I just automatically I'm just cool with everything they do. But so I've been blamed for that a lot. that I only ever say good things about World Racing Group. I think Daddy went a little crazy there. Apparently my guy likes marks. All right, we're rolling. Hope my light doesn't die. Ah, no, we're good. We're good on the light battery. Ray wants to know if I attend a lot of races. I do not attend a lot of races. I went to Millbridge for the Extreme Midgets here or whatever a week or two ago. I've spent the last 16 years working in NASCAR, so there hasn't been a whole lot of opportunities for me to go to dirt races. But I did go to World Finals at the end of last year. I went to Millbridge just because it's close by. What car do you have framed behind you? This is actually a painting. This is from Annika Kozer. You can actually buy those if you want one. You can go, I think it's AnnikaKozerArt.com. No problem, Dave. I got you, man. Alrighty, we're getting to go 4 wide. I probably will do World Finals again this year. 4 wide. Craig wants to know what my home dirt track is. I'm not really sure what you would consider my home at this point. I mean, I'm from Southern Oregon, but I live in Charlotte. I've lived in Charlotte for almost 20 years. So if you figure Southern Oregon Speedway, which just reopened here not that long ago, that we've seen Tanner Holmes race at a little bit. I live like 4 miles from the dirt track of Charlotte Motor Speedway. Brent wants to know who I worked for in NASCAR. I was a tire changer for a long time. I kind of finished out my career the last 5 years working for Petty. Changed tires on the rear of the 43. Here we go. Ryan says we've got 2 provisionals, Hahn and Goodnow. Hi, Craig. Where's Brent Marks at? He is, they haven't started the green yet where I'm at. It's, he's outside pole. Him and Rico front row. Getting ready to go green. Hey, Jeffrey. Rico to the lead. Mark's trying to roll the bottom with Rico up top. Rico just good enough right now to stay in front of Marks. I feel like that hole in turn one is going to get somebody here. The track is not slick. She's pretty juiced up. Starting to get to lap traffic here. It's going to get sketchy here, I think. Looks like most of the lap cars are going to stay to the bottom, which will help Rico here. Larson looking for third. Schoenberg has not run the last two high limit races. He wasn't there last week and he's not there this week. Rico still leads. Larson working on Macri for third. Oh, you could throw a blanket on the top four right now. Rico having a little bit of trouble getting by Blake Hahn. This place is super banked. I don't know what the number is, but it's pretty banked. Has AJ Flick ran a high limit race? I don't think AJ has run. I'm sure he will later this year when they go to Lernerville. Oh yeah, Blake's front wing messed up there. Oh, we got one upside down. Oh, Lachlan McHugh upside down. Yeah, AJ Flick has not run a high limit race yet. If you're watching right now, make sure to hit the like button on this video and subscribe to the channel. We are trying to get to 25,000 subscribers before the year is over. That's my goal. Lucky looks all right. Definitely the front end knocked out of that thing. The top wing doesn't look too bad. But the front end is definitely knocked out. Flat rear tires. Never seen this wing thing they've got going on here with this tow truck. What is this voodoo? I'm not even talking about the truck. I'm talking about whatever this yellow thing is that's like underneath the wing. Like, what is that thing? Blake Hahn in the work area getting that front nose wing fixed. Never seen anything like that before. Looks like it's like run through the cage. There's like a bar that goes across. Are they going to hit Brian Brown's car? That looked like it was a little too close there. Yeah, that's quite the tow rig there they've got built. I've never seen that before. That pickup is so big. That thing's like 6 feet off the ground too. You about walk underneath the 25 car right there. Did we see a replay yet? I don't think we've seen what happened. Tow driver going to the mud bogs after. Whoa, my guy Soper Racing in here right now? If you guys weren't watching the daily that day, Soper Racing has a dirt tracker sticker on his, I think it's a street stock that he runs in California. Starting to get him fired back off here. $27 laps to go once we get back going here. Obviously, it'll take the leaders out of lap traffic, so we'll see if that changes anything here. So far in high limit history, Kyle Larson has the most laps led with 36. Rico is second with 35. So obviously Rico will add to that total tonight. Brian Brown, Kyle Larson each have 4 top 10s. Nobody has finished top 10 in all 5 high limit races to this point. Larson, 4 top 10s, 4 top 5s. Brian Brown leads the series in feature plus minus at plus 39. Larson is second at plus 27. Any chance we see more dirt tracker decals on race cars anytime soon? Maybe. I would love to do some more sponsorship stuff in the future. It was fun having... it was a small decal, but a decal on Tanner Holmes' car at the Chili Bowl. There are some other dirt tracker decals floating around out there on various other race cars. Some go-karts, some RC cars, which is pretty cool. Choose cone action. Yeah, Stevie's right. I got to get more people watching, make a little bit more money before I can do some bigger stuff. Dan says there's one of my Dirt Tracker stickers on his 70 by 200 lens. Reese says he'd wrap his truck. How do they not have the choose code on a piece of rope? Brad's out there running out there to bring it back. That's not ideal. Back green. Rico. That hole in turn one looks like it's getting worse. Marks is all over Rico. Rico blocked the bottom that time. Larson up to third. Marks to the top now. Definitely got a 3-car battle for the lead here. Not quite halfway, too. Mark's slider to the lead. I feel like Mark's will walk away here now. I think he's better than Rico. Kofoid up to 5th. Larson by Rico now. Right to the back of the field now here too. Oh, we got a yellow. Yeah, Randall, what you're probably seeing, if I'm a lap behind on the stream, there's like a delay from where the stream gets piped out to what you guys see. It's not 100% live. I have this air conditioning vent like right next to me right here that I'm sure you can see in the shot. And I have it closed right now, but the air conditioning is on and it's freezing me out. So Sunshine to the pits. Looks like Sunshine is going to go to the work area. Oh, no, he just took it right to the trailer. All done. Dustin wants to know if I'm still working in NASCAR. I am not still working in NASCAR. Called it a career. 16 seasons on the road was enough. All right, here we go. Back to green. Buddy up to 4th. So now can Larson run down Marks? Rico backing up. Kofoid up to third. Man, Buddy is on the move. Bernie got that 71 tuned up. Oh! Marks just flipped it. Looks like he's all right moving around in there. Well, that's not ideal. My car's hurt pretty good. Ugh. That thing hit that hole and just took off. That was brutal. So now Larson's going to be in the lead. So does Kofoid have anything for Larson? I just put a poll in the chat. Let me know what you think. Let's see what we got for responses here on this poll. Looks like you guys think you can win. $45 votes. 60% say Kofoid can catch Larson. So does the hole in turn one bite anybody else? Or did they learn their lesson watching Marks flip? So now we're in a commercial break? This is why I don't watch races live. Right here. This is why I don't do it. This is why I don't watch live races, because now we're going to sit through a bunch of ads. It's like a Fox broadcast. And we're back. I don't understand. I've done 2 daily shows in the last couple of weeks about safety in dirt racing. After the Peck crash at Bridgeport and after this Jade thing at Circuit City. It is insane to me, the people that advocate against making changes to racetracks. Like, it's insane to me. Like, there are people in my comments arguing that we shouldn't change things. Like, it blows my mind. Craig wants to know if Cy Lynch or Cap Henry are here. They are not. No Cy Lynch, no Cap Henry. Ooh, just about got the cone hit there. And we're back green. So Chase Randall battling for second here with Buddy. Oof. More crashes. I kind of thought Macedo would do better this year. Get an opportunity to run the Tarleton car. He's running these other races as a second kind of JJR, Philip Dietz car. Thought he would do better, but he's not been as fast as I thought he would be. Don is exactly what I think. Like, we don't want to see race car drivers get hurt. Like, we don't want that. Like, that's the whole reason why I've made the comments I've made about safety. It's like, when you know people, it's like, these aren't just guys, like nameless, faceless people. Like, these are people that have families and friends. It's like, we want these guys to go race and put on a good show and we can watch them and it's cool, but you want them to come home at the end of the day. And I don't understand why that's difficult for people to grasp. It's like some of these racetracks, like the issues are just so egregious. Like, I'm not asking for, you know, insane changes. Like, we need basic things made better. Like, when there's not catch fences places, when there's openings in walls, when there's blunt edges, like, that's what I'm upset about. It's like the nature of the racing makes it dangerous enough. Like, we don't need to be wrapping drivers in bubble wrap. That's not what I said. But like, we got to take some of this stuff away. We got to get rid of some of this stuff. Jerry wants to know how many laps are left. It looks like 12 to go of 40. Rolling the cars back off here. Hopefully we can run to the finish now. I kind of feel like we need to get into lap traffic if Buddy's going to really have a shot at Larson. So Ryan brings up the point about tracks and the cost of making changes, and I think it's an important point, but it's something that can be done for like not that much money. I mean, a little bit of fencing is not, you know, is what, a couple $1,000s, you know, and like people talked about, I don't know if they talked about it in my chat here earlier, of my comments, but like even small things like some hay bales, you know, bringing in some tire bales, like, I mean, whatever it is, like there are ways to make these tracks safer that, you know, would be any sort of improvement over what they have right now that wouldn't cost a lot of money. And like you see, I mean, hay bales get used at the Chili Bowl. But I mean, anything to avoid or lessen those impacts. Kyle or Brad running the cone back and forth out the whole time. We got to get that thing on wheels with a rope or something. I don't know. We got to do something for Brad there. And here comes Brad running right back out to get the cone again. All right, here we go. Baby Jake says, make it a choose drone. Rico trying to get back to the front here. Where's Brian Brown? Are we getting a... Oh, no, he's 21st. Let's say, are we getting a hard charger out of Brownie tonight? So Rico back to second. Can he run Larson down? Oh, here he comes! Here comes Rico with the slider. God, that hole in turn 1 is so vicious. God. Rico! Coming to 4 to go. See if Rico can get back to him before the checkered here. He's not going to get there. Dang. 3 in a row for Larson. 3 in a row. All right, what do we think about Larson winning this thing? Is Larson ever going to lose a high limit race ever again? Should we just put Larson to the tail every race? Is that what we should do? Oops, sorry. What if Larson didn't make weight? Larson, Rico, Geo, Buddy, Macri, Randall, Zebwise, Jake, Booback. And then he took it away before I saw the last two. Randall says Brad would step on the scale. Three in a row. Well, that should have been expected, knowing we were coming to Eagle. And this is where Larson wanted to be. So, not shocking. You got to think Marks is kicking himself a little bit. Well, that was a fun show. Would be nice to see some other guys contend, but is what it is. Well, fam, I think I'm gonna shut her down for the night. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, get some merch, shop.dirttracker.com. Maybe we'll do these again. I kind of struggle with doing the live stream sometimes just because it's like I do so much content during the week that it can be a battle sometimes to find time to do these, but I know they're fun. So maybe we'll do it later in the week, maybe around one of the dream nights or something. I'll keep you guys posted if we do something. But thanks everybody for tuning in. Appreciate everybody that watches, everybody that supports what I'm doing, and we will see you guys tomorrow for the